In our fast-moving life today, the list of our beloved processed foods is never ending. No wonder a $250 billion industry, food processing is one of the fastest growing sectors in India today. Through this series, we have set out to find the story behind your favorite packaged food and how it reaches your plate. Today we ask you to come take a crisp bite of an everyday favorite, the biscuit. So how do you like your biscuits? Creamy, digestive, healthy and much more. Biscuits are the most commonly available and eaten processed food product today. Known as cookies, crackers or biscuits around the world, they are loved by every age group and are easy to carry, tasty to eat, reasonably priced and nutritious to boot. So what exactly has been the history of biscuits and what makes India their second largest manufacturer today?
The story of biscuits is actually the story of human voyage. As humans started traveling over long distances, they needed a product which would last them for a long time. They needed something nutritious and they needed something that can be easy to carry. Unfortunately, carrying over small ships or over horses, cereals or other food products was not necessarily practical. And biscuits was the perfect solution for them. What they decided to do was they decided to bake a processed cereal out of a paste and then convert it into a biscuit. They used to carry that hardened food over long distances and journeys and used to be nutritious enough for them to last long. Well, there are more than 150 types of biscuits all across the world which are produced in different ways and forms. Now, if you look at India, the Indian biscuit market is primarily moving from plain biscuits to premium biscuits. And the evolvement in terms of the market share is also going more and more associated with premium biscuits, which may be either a chocolate based or a cream based associated with the entire world of biscuits.
Today we take you on a journey that will help you understand your favorite snack better, from the time its various ingredients are collected to the time it reaches your plate. Here is a company that is synonymous with biscuits in India, Sun Feast.
Biscuits is a large industry. It's a 25,000 crore industry, right? And Sun Feast entered this space in 2003. And I think in the initial years, till about 2007, 8, 9, we were essentially, we entered all categories. The biscuit industry has many categories: glucose, cookies, creams, and so on and so forth. So we entered all categories. And every category we entered with, we tried to create some difference to the way consumers saw our product.
Within a span of just 12 years, Sun Feast has established a wide presence across almost all categories of biscuits. With its legacy of iconic brands such as Marie, Nice and Bourbon, the company is also innovating with new products such as Yumfills, Dark Fantasy, Delicious and Farm Light to catch the fancy of different segments of the Indian consumer.
We established ourselves, Sun Feast, as a great, very good quality offering because we invested a lot in both the product, packaging and in communication. I think we had Shah Rukh Khan for some time and we spent a lot on getting consumers to know us. Over the end of 5-6 years, we were a serious player in the biscuit industry. I think after that, we slightly changed direction. While we stayed on the core of Sun Feast, we started looking at it more from a consumer angle rather than the way how industry was defining it. So that's when we started looking at things like Dark Fantasy. That's how Dark Fantasy came up. We started creating cookies which are completely different to India, which is delicious. Then we entered the health space through Farm Light. We consolidated our brands. We gave brands a lot more meaning. So there was Sun Feast, of course, which stood for all biscuits. But then each brand, we started evolving a purpose for each of these brands. And we started looking at more and more things from a consumer angle, saying what else can we do for consumers, which they have not experienced early, or what are the pain points which we can help solve. So that's how the second part of the journey started. So slightly more innovative, slightly more experimentative, a lot more consumer upwards. When we went to consumers, we realized one of the things people want is a product which actually does not have maida. I mean, all biscuits are healthy. When all said and done, biscuits are baked, they are healthy products. So people then normally consume them. But can we make something which is for the person who doesn't want maida? People don't want sugar. So can we create a non-sugar version? Can we create a non-sugar version without using artificial sweeteners? So we embarked on that and we created something which became Farmlight All Good. Okay, so that's how we have gone about it. There's a large portion of it is consumer upwards. Many times it's also a function of what we believe are things we could ideate around. So we create concepts, go to consumers, iterate them. That's a fairly, let's say, involved and iterative process. But that's how we believe we can add real value to this whole industry.
Sun Feast Biscuits is a market leader in India in the creams segment, with two of the most premium quality of biscuits from its portfolio churned out from ITC's fully automated food processing unit in Haridwar. Yumfills and Chocofills unit takes pride in the standard of hygiene and quality it has maintained over the years.
The gold standard for food safety is FSSC. Okay, it's a European standard. So we are probably leading the industry on that. So many of our factories are already certified, and in the next few years, every one of our factories will be certified by this. So it goes way beyond that. But this is part of our DNA in ITC.
We actually manufacture close to 2,000 to 3,000 tons per month. It is very essential that whatever we make it that is healthy and safe for our consumers. So quality is something which is paramount, and that is laid down in ITC's philosophy. And if you read the product labels, it all has quality guaranteed or money back. So that is a big claim. Now, in order to make this claim, I mean, a lot of back-end work goes in. When we start, I mean, in any product we see, what are critical? Environment, the product where we manufacture it, the humans which are actually manufacturing it, and third, the machine or the equipment where we are manufacturing it. So the environment aspect, if you see, I mean, what all is the air particulate count is something that we look for. So that, I mean, there are filters installed so that we bring down these particulate count, which are basically the carriers of microorganisms. Apart from that, we see the microbial load of the air, which is existing in the atmosphere. So this is the environment part, and apart from that, the hygiene of the floor, that is something which is very critical. So good manufacturing practices includes all these things. So a daily scoring of these things is carried out. Strict line clearance protocol. When we start commercial production, line clearance is something which is religiously followed. So quality inspector would come, look for all these parameters, whether it is good to go or no go for the production, for the commercial production. So that is very critical. Then we come on to the human aspect. So each of our employees who are coming in, they have to wash their hands, sanitize their hands, and then enter in the food processing area. Now this is very critical because the consumers want a no-touch operation. I mean, from a food point of view, no-touch operation ensures that no microbiological contamination or any form of contamination goes to the product. So the thrust is upon the innovation in terms of technology that brings in terms of the automation which is there, so that even the manual dependency for a product that gets eliminated, so that similar product in terms of physical, chemical or microbiological properties reaches the consumer.
The checks in place are sacrosanct. Each day begins with a hygiene test of each processing unit to disinfect the area. The surface of each line is thoroughly tested twice for any microbial counts, keeping the quality standards mandated by both the government and ITC in mind. The conventional method takes around 5 days, while an internal ingenious method devised by ITC known as the MVP system can show any possible microbial count immediately.
किसी भी लाइन के शुरू होने से पहले लाइन मॉनिटरिंग सिस्टम के साथ साथ लाइन क्लियरेंस सिस्टम भी मौजूद है। लाइन क्लियरेंस सिस्टम में हम हर एक सरफेस जिस पर उत्पादन हम करते हैं और जिस पे उत्पाद हमारा आगे बढ़ता है उसका हम माइक्रोबियल टेस्टिंग करते हैं और यह इंश्योर करते हैं कि उसका सैनिटेशन और हाइजीन प्रॉपर हो।
The quality checks are an intrinsic step right from the time the raw materials are sourced and taken for processing in these units. A thorough inspection of each ingredient involved in making biscuits is key in making the quality of the Sun Feast brand.
यहाँ पे हम चॉकलेट अन्य कॉम्पिटिटर्स के प्रोडक्ट की तुलना में 34% देते हैं, जो कि बहुत ही ज़्यादा है, और इसमें हम डार्क कंपाउंड का इस्तेमाल करते हैं। इसके बाद पुनः यह कूलिंग टनल के थ्रू पास होता है, जहाँ इसे हम ठंडा कर सकें, इसकी हम इस चीज़ को हम इंश्योर करते हैं, और इसके बाद यह ऑटोमेटिक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सिस्टम से होता हुआ यह पैकिंग मशीन में जाता है। इस पूरे प्रक्रिया में हम यह इंश्योर करते हैं कि कहीं पर भी हाथ न लगे हमारे प्रोडक्ट में।
Each ingredient, like maida and sugar, is stored separately in the raw material area, which has a capacity of 100 tons. All ingredients stored here are FSSAI approved. Temperature of the store is kept ambient and is constantly monitored. Yumfills follow a stringent manufacturing process which is highly automated and has almost zero human touch.
You have maida, sugar, the vegetable oils. These are the major ingredients, and apart from that, other ingredients are used. So there are strict protocols as per the ITC standards laid out. We have to measure against these specifications, and apart from that, the strict regulatory and the legal specifications which are mandated by FSSAI, those have to be in line with our specifications. So these maida properties are, actually testing is being done for sedimentation value, for moisture, for gluten. Those kind of things are constantly done with each consignment coming in, and basis that this is issued for commercial production.
The strict standards of quality, hygiene, and keeping the right amount of moisture in check is followed through till the packaging of Yumfills and as it is sent off to the retailers' stores. It's time for a short break, but on the other side, a sneak peek into how your favorite Chocofills are baked to perfection. Chocofills is a unique product offering of Sun Feast in the biscuit segment. The encrusted technology which they use helps them produce over 100 tons of these liquid chocolate-filled biscuits. The challenge is to make sure the biscuits reach the consumer without any change in the state of the liquid chocolate. In a labor-intensive industry, the automation of the Sun Feast Biscuits factory ensures error-free and hygienic production with over 5 tons of biscuits produced per shift.
देखिए, इसके लिए हमें बहुत सारे पैरामीटर्स को कंप्लाई करना पड़ता है, जैसे जिसमें से मेजर है, जैसे हमें चॉकलेट का टेम्परेचर मेंटेन करना पड़ता है फिलिंग के वक्त 28 से 30 डिग्रीज पे। डो का टेम्परेचर हमें मेंटेन करना पड़ता है 26 से 28 डिग्री पे। उसके बाद जब हम ये चॉकलेट फिल करते हैं तो ये लिक्विड चॉकलेट फिल करते हैं, और ये चॉकलेट इस तरह का लिया गया है जो कि रूम टेम्परेचर पे लिक्विड होता है। अगर मैंने इसका फिलिंग लिक्विड करा है और ये रूम टेम्परेचर पे जब कंज्यूमर इसको खाएगा उस वक्त पे लिक्विड स्टेज में रहेगा, तो ये हमेशा कंज्यूमर को लिक्विड मिलेगा जब वो बाइट करेगा।
Key ingredients like sugar, maida and vegetable oil are mixed with ITC-approved flavors in a process called batch. Each batch gives an output of 227 kgs and a total of 75 batches are prepared each day. The mixed batch is given 10 minutes of standing time before it is fed into the line. Once fed, the dough is sheeted into separate segments to maintain an even deposit and lesser weight variation. This then goes through a metal detector to make sure no metal particle is inadvertently present. Chocofills are produced in a batch of 6 in these automated machines which cut the dough at specific intervals to make sure the quantity of the dough and the center fill is constant in each biscuit.
ऑटोमेशन करते वक्त हमने ध्यान रखा है कि जितने भी ट्रांसफ़र होते हैं, चाहे वो कन्वेयर टू कन्वेयर हो, चाहे कन्वेयर टू किसी मशीन पार्ट में हो या कहीं पे भी हो, तो वो सारे स्मूथ ट्रांसफ़र होने चाहिए, कहीं पे भी जंप नहीं आए और कहीं पे भी ऐसा नहीं हो कि कहीं पे जाके वो स्टक कर रहा है, हिट कर रहा है। इवन अगर कहीं पे ऐसा हो रहा है कि उसको थोड़ा सा भी हिट करना पड़ रहा है, तो वी हैव टेकन केयर कि उसमें कुशनिंग हो जो कि इंश्योर करे कि उसकी चिपिंग भी ना हो। अगर मैं फैक्ट्री एंड पे देखूँ तो एक छोटा सा चिपिंग है, एक छोटा सा टुकड़ा टूटना भी मार्केट में एक बड़ा चिपिंग या बड़ा ब्रेकेज दे सकता है। उसके बाद फिर हमने जो CFCs डिज़ाइन की है वो इस तरह से करी हैं कि उसके अंदर हमने एक ओ लाइनर डाला है जिससे कि हम एक एक्स्ट्रा कुशन प्रोवाइड करते हैं कि इवन चलो मैंने इंडस्ट्री में तो सेफली बनाया, बट मेरा मार्केट में जब वो गया उस वक्त तक सेफ़ रहना चाहिए, तो वो CFC के अंदर जब पैक होके ट्रांसफ़र होएगा एक प्लेस से दूसरी प्लेस तक तो वो सेफ़ रहेगा। साथ साथ हमने ये भी चेक किया कि हम लोग पहले लैमिनेट में बिस्किट पैक करते हैं, उसके बाद हम कार्टन्स में डालते हैं। कार्टन का जो मेरा साइज़ है वो इस तरह का है कि उसके अंदर बिस्किट ना तो बहुत ज़्यादा हिलने चाहिए और ना ही ऐसा होना चाहिए कि कार्टन के अंदर इतना टाइट फिल हो गया कि वो मार्केट में दब जाए।
A close monitoring of the line is made to ensure the weight of each biscuit remains constant. To make sure the specifications are met, a manual check on the line is kept on a constant basis. Each packet of Chocofills has 6 biscuits and these are weighed at regular intervals during the process. When wet, they weigh a little over 83 grams and the final pack weighs minimum 75 grams. The highly automated packaging machines churn out 300 packets per minute. The cartons are automatically made and packed. The only manual interference is for feeding in the individual biscuit pouches. The packets from various lines merge on a single track for printing and coding. Finally, each packet is manually placed in a carton for the market, but not before each carton is checked for its strength and duress.
तो हमारा ऐसा सिस्टम है कि हर 1 घंटे पे हम लोग उसका चेक करते हैं कि कितना एवरेज वेट आया। अगर एवरेज वेट हमारे को लग रहा होता है कि हमने बहुत ज़्यादा चला दिया है, बहुत कम चला दिया है, या कोई भी अगर उसमें इशू मिल रहा होता है हमें, तो वो हम फॉर्मेशन मशीन पे तुरंत सही करवाते हैं। दूसरा फिर हमें मॉइस्चर का बहुत ध्यान रखना पड़ता है, क्योंकि अगर मैं मॉइस्चर की लिमिट्स देखूँ तो किसी भी प्रोडक्ट में एक्सपायरी से पहले 5% मॉइस्चर रीच नहीं होना चाहिए। तो ये चीज़ इंश्योर करने के लिए कि मेरा 6 मंथ का सेल्फ लाइफ भी है और वो मार्केट में रहेगा, तो आई हैव टू इंश्योर कि वो मेरा यहाँ पे जो भी प्रोडक्ट चल रहा है उसका मॉइस्चर अंडर कंट्रोल रहे। तो उसके लिए हम लोग ऑनलाइन मॉइस्चर चेक करते हैं, हर 20 मिनट्स के बाद मॉइस्चर चेक होता है, और ये 20 मिनट्स भी इस तरह से डिसाइड होता है कि मेरा एक बैच जो आ रहा है मिक्स होके वो 20 मिनट्स का रन है, तो मैं हर बैच में चेक कर लूँ कि मेरा मॉइस्चर कितना है और क्या वेरिएशन है। अगर वो कहीं पे भी डेविएट हो रहा है तो मैं उस पर एक्शन ले सकूँ, और मैं इंश्योर करूँ कि कंज्यूमर के पास अगर वो जा रहा है तो उसका मॉइस्चर सही हो।
Once all the quality clearances are in place, the cartons of biscuits are placed in a store or warehouse with the help of battery-operated lifters and finally put into dispatch. But before the batch hits the market, a group of quality managers physically ensure each aspect of packaging, weight, and taste to make sure it is perfect. It is only after this approval that the batches get loaded onto the trucks and sent to the market for the consumer to enjoy.
We are present in, on a yearly basis, a third of India touches our products. We want whole of India to touch our products, and we want a lot of them to feel really happy about that. So we want to set our own pace of growth and our own, let's say, path to growth. The larger purpose is to enter homes and to really make our brands so meaningful. Whether it is at the mother brand level, Sun Feast as a mother brand also, besides standing for trust and quality, should stand for something more. So if you are saying we want people to be happy and to eat happy, to be happy, and to spread some happiness, it's for those moments when you want to have something indulgent, to either take a break or to feel good about yourself or to spend some time by yourself, just whatever. Can we do that? So we are more focused around taking our brands to people as much as possible. I think growth will come. As long as we stay focused on this, we will have much better growth than anybody else. The moment we start only thinking about growth, I don't think we will do the right thing.